Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin is pretty much like insanely boring. I am really losing my mind because I was waiting for 109k to get hit, but it like just keeps chopping here. Like it's really nothing ever happens at this point. But yeah, I still have orders for my short position, this one. So yeah, I still think that Bitcoin is going to pump up and then we get a proper correction down. But this chop is making me actually pretty nervous that we are not going to feel it because the momentum is kind of dying out. And yeah, we can definitely like reject here and come down and maybe pump at the beginning of next week and come back down, because also something I'm watching if we just start dropping is like this liquidity, and I am aiming for long positions around here. Actually, I have some long setups already made, so let's find that. Yeah, these two. So yeah, I would be considering something like this, but probably. Yeah. If we just keep dropping, I will take these setups first and short afterwards. But yeah, just a heads up. But I'll be definitely posting this. But yeah, right now it's just a waiting game. Either take out these highs and liquidity up here, or this liquidity. But yeah, pretty annoying to wait. Something I found out, because everyone is again talking, I mean a lot of people, how bullish summer is going to happen this time. And I found something pretty interesting. Like last summer, so this was the all-time high and price kept making lower highs while taking out each low. So I'm expecting something similar probably this time. But what I wanted to share basically is if we take out the fractal. By the way, I'm not a big fractal guy. I just found this randomly and thought it's pretty interesting. And if we compress the fractal a little bit, you can see that pretty much it's matching up quite insanely well. I mean, this is cherry picking, but like look at this, guys. Pretty much like this looks quite crazy. What do you think? Like really looks like a copy paste. I'm looking for something like this to play out. So I'll be probably using this fractal as a guidance how to trade summer. Of course we can reject here and make a local low and then just blast off, but I will remain on the case that summer is going to be shit. And yeah, this looks pretty interesting to me, how the fractal matches up recent price action, like especially the lows, like V-shape recovery, and you can also see that like as we chop now, price action was also choppy here in the last summer, and when it started to drop, like it was really intense, and a fast drop. So maybe we get the same thing here, but yeah. My first targets, assuming this plays out, are basically 101 to 4K zone, the longs I showed before. So yeah, but yeah, this looks pretty interesting, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. But yeah, besides that, honestly, not much to say. One thing I'm tracking right now, but again, price action is too slow to tell us anything, is the CME gap, which is at what, 107.2, let's say. So in the case that Bitcoin is actually going to fucking move finally, and we get a push up, you can have a really high probability setup to short it down to the CME gap, because I think in the last 3 months all CME gaps like this one get filled on Monday or like sometime in the week. So something to consider as a trading strategy, like every week you just wait for a CME gap to develop and then you long or short, depending on the confluence you find. So this is something I will be looking to trade more often forward, the weekend CME gaps, just because of the probabilities from the past data. So yeah, we will have to wait till Sunday. If Bitcoin starts to push up, we can get a high probability short to the CME gap and probably lower. And if Bitcoin starts to drop here, we can probably get a high probability long at least to the CME gap. Because if we go one weekend back, that's pretty much what happened here. So I posted a long in this zone, and the final TP I think was the CME gap, which eventually got closed. So yeah, pretty much same plan here. Let's go to the small time frame now. Something I want to share. I did some backtesting yesterday, and what I found, I'm not sure if this applies to all the previous ranges, but definitely to this one. If we take the standard Fibonacci levels, so you can see if you pull the Fibonacci from high to low, to this low, Bitcoin pumps up to the golden pocket and rejects a little bit, and then pumps to the 0.786 Fibonacci extension, and then the big move happens. And then if you move the anchor points to this high and the next low, same thing here, pumps to the golden pocket, rejects a little bit, and then final move tops out at the 0.786, and then the big move happens. And let's move it again. Here price was overshooting a bit, but pretty much same thing. Not as clean, but you get the idea. And let's move it again. Here again, it's not as clean as before, but kinda same thing. So that I found pretty interesting. And yeah, I was playing a little bit with charts because I was so bored. I was considering taking this short just based on what I just showed with the standard Fibonacci's. I was thinking we might get like a push to the golden pocket, a little bit down, and then something like this. But yeah, I'm not taking it just because like I was scalping enough, and yeah, don't want to overtrade in this price action. We'll just wait for the big trade, hopefully the short one, which I posted, and then we can find some longs. But yeah, for the upcoming weeks and months, I was thinking, because I have a friend who is trading more like a 5-minute, 15-minute charts, that I would try to find a strategy to trade New York Opens and maybe do like a live stream for each scalping session on the New York Open. So the idea is you have a specific time in the day where you trade the like 15-minute charts, and then just wait for the big moves like we are waiting now for up here. What do you think, guys, of that? Like each day live trading, live stream for the New York session, and then like just wait for the bigger trades to fill. Would you be interested in that? But next week I'm gonna test some stuff, because I don't really know what works the best, because I never tried that. But once I figure out like probably some order blocks, supply and demand, and some basic stuff, then I would do like a live stream, like 1 hour, half an hour of scalping on New York Open, and yeah, like every day you can tune in and watch, and probably it can be quite entertaining and hopefully some education as well. But yeah, Bitcoin is pretty boring. Ethereum, I'm considering taking a short and monthly open based on this pitchfork. But yeah, again, I'm not making any trade post just because price action is so slow and I don't want to rush it. But I like the confluence on this one, like the pitchfork, but let's hide that. You have this range, so basically entry is just slightly above range mid. I would actually look for price to take this liquidity out and reject and start closing below monthly open, and then maybe we can aim for previous weekly low. But what we have to keep in mind is that the previous weekly low is going to adjust on Monday, so it's probably going to be here. But same thing, I would actually, I'm interested in taking this position when we can know what Bitcoin is going to do. But yeah, something to keep in mind. I am going to probably post it, but like even if I don't, you have some supply here. Probably this is liquidity waiting to be taken out, and then I would aim for lower, because we still have a trade waiting. Let's find it. Where it is. Yeah, this one. We still have this one, but it could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower. But yeah, I'm still considering Ethereum to drop. Honestly, it would make sense to see a drop over summer and then make a next move. What do you guys think? Will Ethereum like hold this range, or we can still make like one low and then push up? Because like if we on a weekly, like, I don't know what to think of these guys. This really looks ugly. You also have some weekly supply here, and you can see prices just rejecting. But overall, I'm honestly avoiding trading Ethereum most of the time. Yeah, I also think lows are not safe on altcoins. Probably the only safe bet on altcoins is 0. Or maybe like -1. Because there are too many altcoins anyway, and most of them don't do shit. Like I really believe that altcoins make a problem that they solve. Like they make up their own problems and then justify their existence. Like why the hell do we need SUI or like injective? Why does that need to exist? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need Farcoin. Pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, Ethereum. This is the short I will look to take. Maybe the stop loss. I mean, clean invalidation would be above these highs, but maybe just for better risk to reward, I would like put it slightly lower. But I'm still a little bit undecided about this trade. Let's just check out current pitchfork entry. Yeah, actually it would be just on these highs, so that makes sense. And yeah, what do you guys think about this short? Like something like this, at least to here, in my opinion, or range lows, still 10% drop, so that's not bad. So S&P actually is making new all-time highs, which is pretty crazy, like pretty wild stuff. And it's slowly coming to my box where I expect a local top to be formed. But yeah, again, not much to do, just observe. I don't have any exposure to this, so I kinda don't care as long as it's not fucking up our Bitcoin trades. It can do whatever, I don't care really much. So yeah, let's go to total and TOTAL3. Just like quick recap, but nothing happened, I think, so yeah, let's keep it short. So TOTAL3, I was posting this pitchfork green box. We got a bounce, like about what, 8%, let's say. So yeah, clean reaction, but keep in mind we can go lower still. So this would be the next target in case we start moving down, like here. And kinda makes sense because it would take out these lows as well, but yeah, doesn't have to happen. Just something to keep in mind, that it's still possible to go lower. Invalidation for going lower. First sign of strength would definitely be this trend line break and retest, and then hopefully we move up, but I don't think that's going to happen over summer. Maybe like late August or even later. So honestly, TOTAL3 could like just do something like this maybe. Let's check out last summer on TOTAL3. Yeah, pretty much. Let's copy the fractal and see what's up. Maybe we get the same correlation as on Bitcoin. I mean, it looks possible to me. Similar structure here on recent price action as the last summer. What do you guys think? Honestly, this would make sense to me. Like, maybe altcoins get like a pump here and there, but just keep chopping up. So yeah, here TOTAL3 waiting for either trendline breakout or rejection. Let's look at Total. Total is looking way better in my opinion. I mean, probably it's like just objective truth, but yeah, I'm watching this golden pocket, and in case it's going to push a little bit higher, but I expect like a rejection into this green box at least. Why green box? Let's put on a pitchfork, or no, how did I get the green box? I'm actually not even sure. Let's see, what was the reason? Actually, I have no idea. Probably it was the 50 EMA or something. But yeah, somehow the green box is here and I'm waiting for this. So yeah, somewhere here. But yeah. For upper targets, we can use a pitchfork. So, oh, Bitcoin is actually moving. Actually, it's moving. God damn. Honestly, it would be really nice if we can get filled like today or tomorrow and have a nice trade. What do you guys think? Is our short getting filled or no? Let's find it. This one. I'm really getting impatient, to be honest. If we get filled, I think that it's pretty high probability that we can target here, like 104.6 ish. I'm pretty confident that we can drop till here. Lower, I'm not sure. I have lower targets, but yeah. According to the fractal, we could also move like to here, 95 ish, but that's a little bit too far in the future. Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out. Oh yeah, pretty much total. I mean, not much to say. These things take up a little bit of time to develop as I post updates. Like it takes a full week to see if I am right or wrong. But yeah, waiting for the red box. Maybe just the golden pocket, we don't know. Let's go to TOTAL3/BTC. Pretty much this. Yeah, I mean, still my idea remains unchanged, exactly the same. So far we keep dropping. We swept the lows I was calling for, so step 1 done. Now we have to go a little bit lower, I believe, like 0.36, and then I see a chance to get like a little bit more of a proper pump on altcoins. But keep in mind this trend line isn't rock solid, so we can move a little lower and then close above and do something like this. But like if we completely zoom out, again, that's just my idea on observing last altcoin seasons, because this was altcoin season like probably a little bit of here. This was last year here, but you can see that every altcoin season, or however you want to call it, starts after a really nasty move down. So here you can spot it, here, even here, and yeah, even here some nasty move happened. So my idea is actually that we are yet to see that here. So my idea basically is that we are going to see a really sharp decline, because this chart has been just choppy down, slowly bleeding, and I'm expecting like a really ugly nuke that could annihilate altcoins. And only after that happens, assuming my idea is correct, I would expect something like this, like a really strong move up. And yeah, let's go to USDT dominance. I am still waiting for the golden pocket. In my opinion, that could be the local top for Bitcoin. And I have one higher target that didn't get reached here, 4.4% for USDT dominance. So the idea is Bitcoin is going to pump up, this moves down, and then we are probably getting another leg up, while Bitcoin should move like at least to here, or probably make new lows. But yeah, again, pretty much this was choppy for this week, so yeah, again, not much to say, sadly, not much to say. Let's take a look at CRB now. Yeah, like this looks pretty annoying again. Entry was missed by what? Like, come on, less than 2%. That sucks. That's really annoying. So yeah, we had this trade pending, did not fill. I think I just removed my order, and probably I would look to enter on OTE, because like I don't think that CRV is just going to come here and move up again. Probably is going to go way lower to OTE or even lower and then move up. So yeah, I have to update the setup, but right now I'm kinda not interested. Maybe we can find something on lower time frames. Let's see. Probably just shorts. Yeah, if we get a pump to here, we can short it probably. Let's see if there's confluence, or maybe just weekly open. Maybe just that is going to be resistance. Where is monthly open? Yeah. Honestly, maybe something like this. This is definitely some supply. So yeah, maybe we can get a short in on CRV. I would just wait for Bitcoin to hit the target and then try short this one, something like this. Honestly, not bad, 2.8 R. Yeah. We'll set up some alerts. So yeah, maybe keep an eye on this one. If you can find a setup on your own Confluence, I would look for what? 55 cents, something like this. I was also looking to short Solana. Oh. What? Solana is up 7%. Oh, what's going on here? Did you guys see that? What? That's wild. Damn. Didn't see this one coming. Well, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Shitcoins. But yeah. Well. 161. Next short. And send Solana to 0. Crazy. Crazy shit. Probably it's going for what? Yeah, previous weekly high. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see where weekly open is. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty clean. That looks pretty clean to me. You have monthly open and previous weekly high, and just above it a pitchfork. So yeah, let's go to Henkai Ashi candles. Yeah, you could say some supply is also here. Maybe not as clean, but let's say it's fine. Actually, that doesn't look so nice. Maybe more like this, or it's a bit of a white box, but should be fine. So yeah, this would definitely be an interesting setup to take. A little bit of a wide stop loss and maybe something like this. So yeah, what do you guys think of something like this, going short on Solana? I mean, I'm using a pitchfork. You don't have to, you can use whatever you want. And let's look at where the Fibonacci is. Yeah, slightly below the golden pocket, so you could see a weak up. Basically, in that case, you could like just use some odd shift, which is slightly above. Let's see where OTE is. Yeah, just a stop loss pretty much. So I would just wait for Bitcoin to make its move and then jump on shorts, but I don't know where the heck Solana is pumping from. Maybe some like what, head and shoulders, but I don't really like the pattern because you can find it everywhere. So yeah, again, let's set up some alerts. Sui was also looking to short it. Actually, I posted about it if anyone was interested. Something like this, and yeah, probably is coming up for what, previous monthly low and weekly high. And let's see if we can find something. Do you guys agree on shorting here, or we might get a like big pump and we get wrecked? Because at some point, like Bitcoin has a lot of liquidity above, so even at 110k and higher, but so far just keeps rejecting this box. Virtual was also something I was looking at, but like it's just so damn slow. But again, Pitchfork, Golden Pocket, some supply. Honestly, I like this one much better than Solana. I believe I posted a short on, yeah, this one, but I forgot to take it because I have a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, sometimes I just forget I have trades. Like, pretty wild. I definitely posted the idea in Discord, I think, under shitcoins, and would, yeah, took out these lows. But yeah, could see a drop to these lows and to the demand. But yeah, I'm pretty sad I missed this one. Such a clean trade. But yeah, next thing I want to take probably something like this here. And yeah, but again, Bitcoin has to move, so we can actually see some momentum. Let's see what Hype is doing. Hype also has a short setup, but like at $40. Yep, here. So this would be pretty much same thing, and then aim for the demand zone here below. Do you guys think we should look for shorts here, like before the next week? Because like I still believe Bitcoin is going down and altcoins are also probably going lower, especially Hype, which is at all-time highs and correct at only what, 30%. Probably there's a lot more room to the downside. So yeah, a few short setups. I don't feel comfortable going long here or searching for longs before the next week. We can look at XLM. We haven't looked at that in a while. So yeah, this was a trade idea I posted, I think, probably. So yeah, XLM didn't pump to these highs to take out the liquidity, which I was waiting for. Instead, keeps going lower. So honestly, this looks pretty shit to me. Pretty ugly. And yeah, Monday low remaining, previous weekly low. What do you guys think of this chart? I think it has a lot of potential to move lower. Like, you have a demand zone here, 11 cents. Oh yeah, so basically what? Saturday pumps and then Sunday is going to move lower. I mean, makes sense, because on Saturday you get the CME gap creation, and like Sunday just makes the move to the CME gap into Monday. Yeah, XLM is pretty much connected to XRP. But sometimes it's following pumps and dumps of XRP, and sometimes it's going completely different way. Like, I mean, this is what, yeah, basically in August. So I mean, probably it's not impossible for something like this. A bit of an ugly squiggle, but you get the idea. Like, this would be August, so honestly it's not impossible. The entire pump would get completely corrected. Oh, that would be pretty insane. I would definitely look out for these lows to get taken out. Probably if you see XLM start dropping below here, what, 22 cents, it's taking out these lows and probably eventually coming up to the demand zone. So maybe search for some short positions. So yeah, let's take a look at, do you want any altcoins, guys? CRV we already checked. We can look at Say. I had a trade idea, but I didn't share it on Say. It was this one. So yeah, would not be a bad trade, but again, right now I'm not trading altcoins, just Bitcoin. Oh, we can look at the TA from last stream on Brett, and actually from last stream I think I posted like this idea, or we talked about it, and we were like somewhere here, and I said we should put a stop loss below these lows and wait for a trend line breakout, which might actually happen. So yeah, this one is still in play. You could do something like this, because so far it's respecting the demand zone, and you could definitely see a move up, especially if Bitcoin moves up again. Then I think we also took a look at, I forgot, let's find it. Oh, it was SPX. Yeah, just chopping. This was the short I said you could take, but it rejected the shift pitchfork, so yeah, that would be also a pretty nice short. But again, I don't care about this one. Brett honestly looks pretty nice. It looks pretty clean to me. The initial pump, drop to the demand zone, it looks pretty clean. Actually, I would be interested into some long positions, maybe just for fun. Oh yeah, actually Phil I was looking at like a few weeks ago. So what your idea is, basically you're looking at altcoins that are doing this. Yeah, actually I have a few. But they made new lows, so I'm not sure what to think of that. Brett, I must say I actually really love how the chart looks. I really like it, but again, I don't see crazy upside, just because Bitcoin might go down. But if we ignore everything else and just pretend this is the only chart that exists, it looks beautiful. We just need to see the confirmation. So yeah, actually this is the one that has the concept. you mentioned, but like, look, it made new fucking lows. This is the idea I had like a while ago. Let's go on a weekly. Like, daily might be better. You know, they just keep going fucking lower, so I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Because you have the what? Oh, well, that's not that long, but the type of structure is the same. Pump, dump, and is just consolidating. Yeah, actually Kaito is one that actually did the move. Yeah, this is the short I posted because I was looking for down here, but I exited because it was so choppy and I just got annoyed. But I mean, again, pretty much same thing, just kept bleeding down, and then what? Almost, not exactly 2x, but like 7 days. That's pretty insane. And yeah, I actually took some longs on it, like down here, but like TP'd here. Let's check out fill. I had some ideas for fill. Yeah, I didn't take the short, but yeah, I was waiting. I am still waiting actually. Let's put alerts on for the third touch of the trend line, and then it could move up, something like this, like 3 drives. But yeah, fill, honestly, yeah, it just looks, it gets the run up eventually, but like, when does that happen? From here? Maybe in November again? Who knows? Let's take a look at gold quickly, because a few people in the Discord love trading gold. Actually, yeah, just at the lower entry, pretty interesting, and on the pitchfork. So actually might wait for Monday, and then I actually might open a position here. And anyone took any longs on gold? I kinda stopped trading it because like kept hitting my stop loss. No, I think the gold actually is just a little bit late for the daily cycle or something. I don't have the indicator or the count, but from what I remember, it's just a little bit later, something like that. I mean, you have the pitchfork here, so the setup is not bad, and you have the but it on daily, no, on daily it's still possible to reclaim it, but 50 EMA. I'm also watching that. But I don't know. Gold was not so kind to me, so I just took a break from it. So yeah, I shared this trade idea. I didn't take it, but again, I would be stopped out, and this is the next one, but I forgot about it, so yeah, I'm not sure, do I wanna take it or no? A bit undecided. Yeah. Oh, you can't hear. Yeah, actually gold might start to accumulate. I think I said this in the last stream. Like, gold had this insane run up, and I still think gold is going higher, but like, again, some accumulation like this, maybe even down here below 3k, and then it's going to move up. I think that's possible. What do you guys think? Do you agree on this view? Because if you look at the cycles, gold should start to move up aggressively. Yeah, now can you hear me? We were discussing gold, that's why I pinged you, because I know you are a big gold fan. Well, let's go back then. So I was just saying that gold could do something like this, in my opinion. If you don't take into consideration the cycles, if you just look at the chart, like, gold is super high, so who's to say this can happen, something like this? To me it would make sense, honestly, like, crazy move up, accumulates a little bit, and then starts to expand again. I mean, sure, gold can move up just from here, but I don't know. Actually, let's see how gold behaved in the last summer. Yeah, honestly, it was just grinding up, so yeah, might do the same now. But you can clearly see the momentum stopped on gold. Like, all this time it was pushing up, and for what, 70 days no momentum. So I'm not sure when that is going to shift. And everyone is bullish on gold. Camel Finance is bullish on gold. I mean, I understand why, but like, I mean, bullish at the top, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Maybe we should watch for something like this. I mean, I know it's an ugly trend line, not properly adjusted, but you get the idea. Something like this, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, but okay, we got a weekly cycle, but tell me, how are cycles working on Bitcoin lately? They're shit. They really don't work. I mean, they work, but you know, they are not as clean as before. But you also need to understand that I don't trade cycles, so my knowledge on that is limited. So everything I say about cycles you should take with a grain of salt. But yeah, also, now that you can hear me, my gold setup, my gold long idea got filled. I mean, it would be filled if I had an order here. What do you think about this one? Yeah, okay, that's true. We pumped on Bitcoin. I'm honestly not sure. Should I take this one or no? I mean, this trend line looks a little bit scary, to be honest. And you could look at our range on gold as well, like something like this, maybe. And probably we can wait for a sweep of range lows. And you can also see how it keeps rejecting range mid. So as long as gold doesn't reclaim range mid, it's just chop game, in my opinion. When is weekly cycle was just now, or when? Because I don't have the setup on my chart for that. Oh, so weekly cycle was here. I mean, I don't like the price action after the weekly cycle. Yeah, okay, I have the count for it here, but where's the next one? I mean, for a weekly cycle this looks shit to me, to be honest. I don't like it. So basically in later this year, Q4 is the next weekly cycle. Yeah. Well, in that case, yeah, actually my main idea for gold from now on is going to be this, and let's see how it plays out. You get the idea. Chop. I don't think it's going to move up, and let's come back in a month or 2 months and see where we are. Virtual just pinged my alert. Let's see why. It's actually moving up a little bit. Some altcoins are actually moving up. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, not much this week, guys. How do you deal with the chop and like with the emotions when nothing is happening? Because I get quite frustrated sometimes. Like, I try to stay calm, but like sometimes it gets to me, you know, like I just get pissed off. Like, I feel like the chop that we have on Bitcoin, and like in general all chops, like you try to be cool and calm, but like somebody is poking you with a knife in the back, and at some point you just lose it, you know. That's how I feel. I really do my best to maybe just step aside and do something else, but yeah, it's quite frustrating for sure. Let's see. I really hope this can move up. I mean, maybe we can start call a breakout or something, but yeah. Try to not look at the charts, but yeah, I also can't. I mean, it's kinda my job now to look at charts, so yeah. That doesn't go well together. But yeah, this week honestly not much happened for sure. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you couldn't hear me before, but I proposed the idea of me going live trading on Bitcoin for every New York Open. What do you think of that? I think New York Open, the time to trade that is like 1 hour or a little bit less. So the idea is every day I would just like go live and trade the 15 minutes time frames. Bitcoin next daily cycle or half cycle low is 6th July, 6th to 7th, something like this. I'm not completely sure, but roughly there. So let's see, where is that? That would be pretty much here. Yeah, a lot can happen till there. I just hope we are not going to chop all the way. Ideal scenario would be something like this, maybe. But that's probably just wishful thinking. Honestly, let's go back a little bit. What is possible? Honestly, that might be more likely. We are going to break down from here, take out this liquidity, and then we push up to the short. We take out this liquidity and maybe a little bit higher, and then drop to the cycle window and push up. So yeah, let's see where Bitcoin is going to close on daily, but I don't know, man. Like, honestly, yeah, it's not looking that bad, but it's not looking great either. So I don't know, guys. I'm just playing some video games today, and yeah, to forget about charts. Yeah, for sure. Better to step down and do something else. I mean, I just take a nap here and there, like for 2 hours, just to forget about this shit. What? What are you guys doing on the weekend? Do you have any plans for? Honestly, I genuinely think this trade might not be such a bad idea, to be honest. Maybe something like this. Oh yeah. I quite struggle to read books nowadays. I used to read a lot, but like lately I just can't. And most of the books I read are like finance. Yeah, I mean I read like Bitcoin standard and like some fiat standard books, like about money and economy, so they're pretty boring and probably that makes things even harder. Yeah, I mean, I watch some YouTube, but I was about to start watching the new series. I mean, it's not new, it's old. It's called Billions, because yeah, it looks pretty interesting, but like every time I say I'm going to watch it, I started doing something related to charts. So yeah, I just lose time in there. Do you guys have any special bias? Either we are going to do this or this. On the first one, yeah, I mean, I'm also maybe more on the up first, but like I don't know, like this last part of price action, I don't know, man. Like looking at this here, it's just losing it, you know. Yeah, 110. I mean, this is the thing, longer it takes for Bitcoin to move up, actually the pitchfork target also moves up. So I mean, And what could happen? I mean, we took out this liquidity and we made a lower high, you know. So it would make sense like to keep this formation and move down, maybe move up, and then to the cycle window early July, and then we run up for that liquidity. But like it's pretty hard to tell here what the hell is going to happen. Next week, I mean, I hope we get some price action, but I'm actually considering just like trading the New York session and then like just doing something else, because it would be much nicer like you trade for 1 hour and then like just go chill out.